Love English podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Love English podcast. We are here to help you learn English for your real life in a simple and natural way. I'm your host, Leo.
And I'm Emma. It's so wonderful to be here with you all. This is a safe space for you to learn, so we will always speak slowly and explain everything. Leo, my friend called me last night. She is really unhappy with her job, and she was telling me all about her problems.
Oh, that sounds like a difficult situation. It's hard to see a friend unhappy.
It is, and I wanted to help her. I wanted to give her solutions, but I was worried that I might say the wrong thing or sound too bossy. Bossy is when you tell people what to do, like you are their boss.
That is a very common worry. And that is a perfect introduction to our topic for today, how to give advice politely in English.
This is such an important skill because good advice can really help someone, but bad advice or advice that is given in a bad way can make things worse.
Exactly. So let's start with the most important rule of giving advice. What do you think it is, Emma?
I think it's to listen first.
Absolutely. Before you give any advice, you need to listen carefully and understand the problem. The person might not even want advice. Sometimes people just need to vent. To vent is to talk about your problems in strong emotions to feel better.
That is so true. So after you have listened carefully, what is the next very important step?
The next step is to ask for permission to give advice. This is a game changer. It shows so much respect. You can ask a simple question like, "That sounds really tough. Are you looking for advice or do you just need to vent?"
I love that question. It gives the other person control. Or you could ask, would you like to hear some of my ideas? Or can I make a suggestion?
If they say, "No, I just need to vent," then you continue to be a good listener. But if they say, "Yes, please, what do you think I should do?" then the door is open. Now you can give your advice.
So let's talk about the language we use. I think the most common word for advice is should. You should.
Should is the most direct way to give advice. You should talk to your boss. You should get more sleep. It's very clear. Because it's so direct, it's usually best to use it with close friends or when the advice is very obvious.
And you can soften it a little by saying, maybe you should, or I think you should.
Exactly. Now, what if you want to give a softer suggestion? It's not a strong instruction, it's just an option, an idea.
For softer advice, we can use the word could. You could suggest a possibility. For example, if a friend says, I'm so bored, you're not going to say, you should read a book. You can say, you could read a book, or you could watch a movie, or you could go for a walk.
That's a great example. Could is for options. Another very gentle phrase is, you might want to. For example, it's getting late. You might want to leave soon if you want to catch the last train. It's a very soft, polite suggestion.
Okay, so we have the strong should and the softer could and might want to. What is another very common and polite way to give advice?
A wonderful way to give advice is to use a question. This feels less like a command and more like a helpful idea. For example, you can use the phrase, have you thought about?
Can you give us an example?
Sure. If your friend says, I'm trying to save money, but it's so hard, you could ask, have you thought about making a budget? You are giving them the idea, but in the form of a question.
I love that. It's so respectful.
Another question form is, how about? How about trying a new restaurant tonight?
And now for the classic ultimate advice-giving phrase. This is one that every learner should know.
I think I know which one you mean.
It's, if I were you, I would. This is a beautiful phrase because it shows empathy. You are imagining yourself in their situation.
It's so powerful. So if my friend is unhappy at her job, I could say, if I were you, I would start looking for a new job online just to see what's out there.
That is a perfect, supportive, and helpful piece of advice. So let's do a quick review of our toolkit. We have you should, you could, you might want to, have you thought about, and if I were you, I would.
This is a fantastic toolkit. Now, let's do a big role play to put it all into practice. Let's imagine you are my friend and you have a problem. Your problem is that you are always tired. You have no energy.
Okay, I can do that. I'm a very tired person. Let's start. Hey, Emma, I am so tired all the time. I wake up tired. I'm tired in the afternoon. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Oh no, Leo, that sounds awful. I'm so sorry you feel that way. How long has this been going on?
First, I'm listening and asking a clarifying question. I think for the past few months, it's been getting worse.
For a few months. That's a long time. It sounds like a really tough situation. Are you looking for some suggestions or do you just need to talk about it? Now I'm asking for permission.
No, please, I would love some advice. I don't know what to do.
Okay, well, I have a few simple ideas. I'm not a doctor, of course, but these are just some things that have helped me. First, have you thought about your sleep schedule?
My sleep schedule, it's not great. I often stay up late watching shows and then I have to wake up early for work.
Well, maybe you should try to go to bed just 30 minutes earlier. I know it's hard, but I think you should make sleep a priority. It's so important for your energy.
That's true. I know you're right. It's just hard to do.
I know. You could also look at your diet. How about trying to drink more water during the day? Sometimes when we are tired, we are just dehydrated.
That's a good idea. I probably don't drink enough water. I drink a lot of coffee.
Well, if I were you, I would try not to drink coffee in the afternoon. It can affect your sleep at night. You might want to switch to tea after 3 o'clock.
Those are all really good, practical suggestions. Thank you, Emma. I feel like I have a few things I can try now.
That was a great conversation. I tried to use a few different phrases, and you were open to receiving the advice.
And it felt supportive, not bossy. So let's do our final summary. Rule number 1, always listen first and then ask for permission before you give advice.
Remember your toolkit of phrases. For direct advice, use you should. For softer suggestions, use you could. Or have you thought about? And for empathetic advice, use if I were you, I would.
And your job is not to fix their problem. Your job is to offer options and support. The final decision is always theirs.
We hope this lesson helps you all be wonderful, supportive friends in your English conversations.
Thank you all for joining us on the Love English podcast. We will talk to you next time. Bye, everyone. Thanks for listening to Love English podcast. Remember, every minute you spend learning English is an investment in your future. Keep learning and see you in the next episode.